I have a question about clappers. Are we supposed to fill these things in?
Technically.
Oh, so much work. All right, here we go.
Sweet. Thank you. Hey guys, welcome Brickmaniacs to another Brickmania video. My name is Slam and I'm here with Andreas and we're going to talk about some new kits.
All right, so let's just correct a few things. I'm Slam, you're Andreas. This is not just Brickmania, it's the Designer Studio. Brickmania Designer Studio. We are back.
Yeah.
And this is a kit.
This is a kit, Saturday Matinee Part 2 Playset. So really to fill out your scene of Saturday Matinee Part 1, which was hugely popular, very successful kit. I'm glad you guys enjoyed that one. So of course you have to make more. Still an ongoing series. Expect more in the future as well. So let's talk about this.
So we got a couple vehicles full of Germans.
Yeah.
Yep. And a movie universe a long time ago.
Yeah.
And we've got motorcycle, sidecar, and staff car.
Yeah. So these are decked out in North Africa configurations, I guess. Traveling to Cairo. This is a 1937 staff car and a motorcycle that was widely used during the war by the Germans. So really trying to get that North Africa look for this ones. What else is there to say about the history? Of course, staff cars is something you need for your staff. These ones were used all over the war. You can put this one in, of course, any other theater that you want to make a mock for.
Yeah, it's good everywhere.
Yeah, black, definitely a bad guy look. Last one we did, we might have done a John Canepa one, dark gray one, so now you have a black one too.
And it fits four comfortably. It looks like you even have room for arms side by side.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
Nicely done on that. That's always challenging, designing
Thanks, yeah.
minifig scale cars.
Very hard to do. Really just building off of techniques that Dan has been using for years, trying to make, to get guys to fit into six wide vehicles.
It's got that classic 1930s like styling over the fenders.
Oh yeah, very happy
so
about
pretty.
the fenders there. All the curved details. Got the doors sloping inwards, angles going in every direction.
You managed to hide two spare tires.
Spare tires.
Like you buried those in the hood. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
that's very hard to.
That's
hard to
that
do.
looks challenging.
Yeah.
Nice work on that. Hood ornament.
Thank you.
Love it.
Yeah. So I tried to get as many silvery details in here as I possibly can. It's a very beautiful color that we rarely get to use. So I was like, this is my time to just put in every metal and shiny piece.
So you've got it on the hood ornament. Where else? Let's point it all
Get it
silver.
on the
We've got a
back.
silver bumper.
Yeah.
Silver grills.
Yeah.
And
We got
and
this
also on the
silver-
front, silver grill.
Yeah.
Oh, the hubcaps even? Your
Yeah,
hubs?
of course, of course.
Well done.
Nothing is, we got everything covered here. So let's talk a bit about the printing. That's what you've been doing.
Yeah, so this, especially coming on the heels of part 1, which is the dust-covered truck and car.
Yeah.
Right? That was such a fun thing to do. Like, when I first did this, you're like, I asked, okay, how much of it is dusty to match the other one? And you said none. And I said no. We have to do some dusty.
Oh yeah.
So I'm really, really pleased to have put in a couple of windshield wiped
Yeah.
dusty windows there.
That is so cool.
I think it's a really fun little feature. Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks good. It looks like it'd be really hard to see through, which I'm sure is the case.
Probably
Driving
is.
a convertible in the desert
Yeah.
while being pursued by a madman with a whip.
Yep.
Yeah. Otherwise, not a lot of prints on this kit. We've got license plates, of course, and we've got
Insignia.
the flag, eagle,
Yeah.
another license plate in the back, and we've got a new texture printed roll
Ooh.
because
Show that off. That is just beautifully made.
I think it's just the right level of poofy texture.
Yeah.
We don't do those very often, the texture print, because it ties up a printer for an entire day to run a set of those tiles. It's really, really cost prohibitive to do.
Yeah.
So anytime we can do it, we have to deem it worthwhile, and it really does show
It's
off.
most definitely
as
worth
just
it.
a great look.
Yeah. So
Yeah, so that's the car.
yeah, I mean, just a couple more features here. We got the opening doors.
Oh, suicide doors.
Everything works as you expect. You even got room in here for a suitcase,
Suitcase.
and you can also put a Luger or something in there. There's two seats in there for gear. So put a
Perfect.
suitcase in there.
It's just lightsaber storage.
Oh,
Everything
yeah.
has a lightsaber storage.
Yeah, that's what they do in the Star Wars kits. There's a storage, put your lightsabers and guns in there. There's also a printed dashboard, actually, I think, or a speedometer. Can you see that? Kind of hard to see, I guess. Yeah, cool details. So you actually found reference photos of the real.
Oh,
the
I
real
did find
car.
reference photos. I had forgotten I'd done that.
Yeah.
I love doing instruments and instrument panels, so anytime I can do one based off of real life, that's
Yeah.
great.
Adds a lot to a playable kit like this. Okay, and we got a motorcycle here. So there's some printing on this one too. We have another tarp on the side there. That's a classic.
That's a classic one. That's based on, that's essentially the first one we ever did that was texture printed
Yeah.
as a roll like that.
Yeah, very beautifully made. You have your license plate on the back.
Does that say something? Maybe that says something. Yep.
Easter egg.
That's a designer reference. And then we have this great leather
Sort of a box, maybe an
Box,
ammo box,
case.
lunch box.
They all seem to have, like, lots of these motorcycles had that. It's like a really heavily stitched, like heavy leather.
Yeah.
And it comes with a brick arm. Yes.
Yeah, and a North Africa icon on the front here. So
Of course.
if you want to do it for any other theater, swap that out. It's a very common piece, so easily swap out if you want to put it in, in France or in the Eastern Front. There's also a Lego print here for just an engine detail. So just features for this motorcycle. Of course, it rolls. I've been building off of Dan's model, so of course this is the classic motorcycle that we've been using for years. Notable features that I added was the mudguard. The mudguard actually makes it a bit harder to, get this wheel correctly. So make sure you place it correctly, stretch it out of the tubing here, so it rolls nicely. I haven't heard anyone complain about that, but make sure it's right so you have a nice and smooth rolling right here. So adding the mudguard is a nice little detail. Extra sidecar with a gun
And a shovel.
and a shovel. I try to put shovels in every set that I make, actually. There's very few that don't have a shovel. And of course it goes beautiful with this
The
truck.
original one.
Yeah, so I mean, this is so much fun having the full playset together. Just big old chase scene. If you recognize this, great. They are real vehicles, of course, so historically accurate, as well as playable, and put them in your mocks. Yeah,
There we go. Should we talk about minifigs really quick?
let's do it.
These were all designed by Drew.
Yes, correct. So you get a total of 6 guys in this
Oh.
crew.
Perfect.
And-
This guy has movie accurate.
Holding on to that wheel. Not a wheel, just the steering handle. Yeah. So I was suggesting do fewer figures, and we said no, do all of them. So I'm very glad we did, because they look so good together, and especially if you have part 1 as well, you got a full scene with.
You got the full cast.
Yeah.
Yep.
So let's go through these. This is your German commander. Olive torso, very beautifully made. Building off of the one Lando made for the part 1, so it's definitely fits together if you have both of them. Number 2 here, you have a French archaeologist in a very nice white suit. So he also comes with a white hat, white fedora, beautifully made by Amanda. Then you have your saluting German. What is this guy?
He's a German archaeologist of sorts. He's definitely maybe not a good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's, yep.
Very funny detail to give him just one glove. So, nice
I
little
noticed
detail for the guys who, if you know, you know.
And we've got a couple of fairly basic
Yeah.
North African soldiers.
Yeah, so this one is the driver of the staff car. He's totally sunburned. If you freeze frame the scene, like you can tell that he's just red all over. So we really pay attention to those details and make him redden his cheeks. You can see the difference between these guys' torsos. This guy got a tie and this guy got like a t-shirt under it. So pretty similar, but they look nice together. This is the driver, I believe, for the motorcycle. It's very hard to see what they look like in the scene, but we could tell that he had an MP40 and therefore also MP40 pouches. So you can buy your perfect caliber MP40s also online if you want to give this guy an MP40 with a sling maybe on the back. And this is the gunner, so he's just shooting away.
Rides in the sidecar, provides covering fire. Yeah.
So all these guys got field hats, are pretty common now, tropical field hats. These guys are kind of unique for being in a darker green color. Yeah.
Okay. And
I think that's it.
so it's a great little addition. I mean, it's a great part too.
Yeah, well, I
And-
hope people get them together and fill out the scene and have fun with it. They're very playable. Had fun making them, and expect more.
Part 3 is out.
Part 3 is out.
Okay.
Part 4, trying to get that out this year.
Okay.
We'll see.
Stay tuned. Okay. If that's all you have for today,
Yeah.
thanks for tuning in again to Brickmania Designer Studio.
Thank you for joining me, Slam.
Thanks, Andres. And we will see you next time.